How to recover from being cheated on or having your trust betrayed. What's up, guys? It's Sabrina Alexis from anumo.com, and today we're going to talk about how to get over a betrayal and recover so that you can go on to have a healthy, happy relationship. I think one of the saddest things I see as a relationship coach, and I've been doing this for a long time now, I think almost 13 years, and it's something that I've experienced in my own life. It's women who cannot get the healthy, happy, loving relationship that they want because they're still holding on to this pain and this trauma from the past. And we all kind of believe, or we've been led to believe that, oh, time heals all wounds, just keep going and you'll get over it. But none of these issues, none of this pain is just gonna evaporate. It's not gonna just go away with the passage of time. You have to deal with it. And in this video, I am gonna help you do just that. I'm gonna give you some very powerful insights that will help you get through this pain and let it go so you can just move on with your life. So make sure you watch this video all the way until the end. Real quick, if you like this video and find it helpful, make sure to tap that like button. It's such a quick and such an easy way to help me out, help me grow my channel. I will give you a second to do that now. And while you're clicking, make sure to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you get notified whenever I post new videos. Also, if you want amazing daily relationship wisdom delivered straight to your inbox every day, sign up for the Anumo newsletter, anumo.com/subscribe. And if you have a more personal question, you want to talk to me one-on-one, I have several options for how you could do that. We can email, we can talk on the phone, we can Zoom, totally up to you. You can set something up at anumo.com/coaching, and I will link down below. Now, I've been cheated on and I've been betrayed, and I know what it does to a person. I know that it can wreak havoc, absolute havoc on your sense of self, on your sense of worth, and on your ability to trust people and be vulnerable. I mean, it just causes so much damage on every level. So let's talk about how to get through it. Number one, deal with it. Don't run away from your feelings. They will always find you. Don't lean into self-destructive behaviors because that's never going to take you anywhere good. My default was always self-destruction. And I remember after one particular heartbreak, I was like, no, I'm not going to do this time. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to treat myself with love and with care. And I'm going to feel my feelings instead of trying to suppress them and trying to numb myself out. I decided to invest in my relationship with myself. At that point, I had no relationship with myself. I was defining myself based on my relationships with men. And I feel like that's something that a lot of women do. After your trust has been violated, you have to feel your feelings. You have to grieve. And I know it's going to be ugly and it's going to be hard and you don't want to face it. And it almost feels like facing it is going to send you down some sort of black hole, like Alice falling down the rabbit hole. She's going all the way down, has no idea how she's going to climb her way out of it. I know that's what it feels like, but you have to go in there. You have to go into the depths of your soul and clean it all out, because if you don't, it will stay there. It will stay with you. It will become wired in and it will become part of your story. And that part of your story is going to spill into all your future relationships. So let it out. Feel your feelings. Maybe write about it. Sit down and journal. See what comes out. Talk to a friend. Talk to a therapist. Talk to a coach, a life coach, a relationship coach like me. You have to feel your feelings. And be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up over what happened. Think about the way that you would treat your best friend if she was going through this exact same situation. Would you be yelling at her and telling her how stupid she is and she was such a fool to get involved with this person to begin with? No, you would be kind to her. So be kind to yourself as well. Number two, realize it's not personal. I know it feels so personal, especially if he cheated on you or he left you for someone else. You think, well, what's wrong with me? What does she have that I don't have? I must be ugly. I must be a loser. I must be not exciting, not funny, not smart. There must be something. There must be something wrong with me. I am less than this girl and I need to figure out what it is. I know how that song goes. I have sung it to myself many times. When you allow these beliefs to get wired in, you ruin it for yourself and you blame him for ruining you, but it wasn't him. It was your reaction to what he did that was your undoing. And the reaction is these thoughts you tell yourself that it's because I'm not good enough. It's me. I'm the problem. In most cases, the majority of the time, it's not you. It did not have anything to do with you. It was him. He needed something. He needed to feel something. Maybe he needed to feel alive. Maybe he needed another woman to worship him. Maybe he needed validation. Maybe he just needed to feel good about himself. Whatever it was about him. People cheat because they want to feel a certain way. Maybe they want to feel alive. Maybe they want some more excitement. Maybe they want to feel like their younger self again. Most of the time, it's not about you. So stop making it all about you. Here's an important perspective just about relationships. Everyone has what they want to give and what they want to get out of a relationship. And if what you have to give is what the other person wants to get and vice versa, it's a match. If not, then it's not. And again, it does not mean that there's something wrong with the other person or that they're unworthy. It just wasn't a match. Number 3, don't punish the next guy for the previous one's mistake. Now, this is something I see over and over again. And it's probably one of the top questions I get. Sabrina, how can I trust again? How can I open myself up again after what happened? And it's not easy to trust a new guy after the last one left you absolutely shattered. But here's the thing, you will never get the love that you want unless you open yourself back up again, as scary as that is going to be. If you can take this experience and use it to grow and gain understanding about yourself and about relationships as a whole, then you'll come out better and stronger. And then you won't have as much fear about making the same mistakes because you know I'm not that same person anymore. I'm not the person who will end up in a relationship like that. So you have to get to the root of it. Look at maybe what red flags you overlooked, intentionally or unintentionally, in the relationship with the guy who betrayed your trust. If you can get to the root of what went wrong and what you would do differently next time, then you'll be able to better trust your judgment moving forward. You can't punish the next guy you start dating for the last one's mistakes. That's just not fair. And it's not a good strategy to label all men cheating, lying jerks, because that just isn't true. Try as best you can to start anew. Maybe take things a little bit more slowly this time. Maybe gain some more of an objective perspective. Ask your friends, ask your family, do you think this is a good guy? As you get more comfortable with this new guy, be open and honest and vulnerable about your pain. Vulnerability is scary, but you know what? This is how we emotionally connect. So it's important to be able to get there again. You don't have to just, spill all your guts. Give the vulnerability in whatever dosage you're comfortable with. Number 4, choose wisely. If every single guy you date betrays you or cheats on you, I'm not saying it's your fault, but it's possible that you're in a pattern. It's possible that you're only going after certain types of guys. The reason you have this pattern is probably because of your childhood or maybe a previous relationship that had a huge impact on you. And whatever happened gave you certain beliefs about yourself. And because of that, you seek out similar types of relationships and you replay these relationships, hoping the outcome will be different, because if the outcome is different, then maybe you'll heal from those past previous relationships. It's so important for anybody that's in a pattern with their relationships, where their relationships always end the exact same way. Maybe every guy they date won't call her his girlfriend. Maybe every guy cheats. Maybe every guy just won't commit. Whatever it is, if this is your pattern, then the common denominator is you. So you have to look at why you're going for certain people. And here's the thing about relationships. I'd say 90-95% of relationship success comes down to who you choose. So if you choose certain types of guys, if you choose guys who are the player type, who don't want to commit, who are completely emotionally unavailable, then yeah, you're not going to get the love that you want. You're not going to get the commitment that you want. You have to be mindful of who you are choosing to date. You have to date people who want the same things that you want. This is how you set yourself up for success. In one of my relationships where I was cheated on, I knew I couldn't trust him. I kind of knew that that's how it was all going to go down, like in the back of my mind. But I stayed anyway. I just hoped that maybe things would get better. Maybe someday everything would turn around. And I actually just heard an interesting idea on TikTok the other day. Someone was saying that kids who had difficult childhoods are more likely to stay in bad relationships because during your childhood, what got you through was the magical thinking, was the thinking, oh, well, maybe someday everything will get better. And so it gave you like that grit to like stick it out because you held on to that belief. And so in adult relationships, this can manifest because you're in a bad situation and you have that default setting of like the magical thinking that's going to make you believe, maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get better. So that was just a really interesting idea that I definitely related to. Essentially, you have to look at what you have in front of you and not fantasize about how great things could be. You have to have an idea in your mind of the type of guy that you want, the type of guy that you want to share a life with, essentially, because isn't that like the ultimate goal here? It's not really to date for the sake of dating. And be honest with yourself. And if you can't be honest with yourself, find somebody who will be honest for you. Number 5, stop waiting for closure. When you wait for the closure to come, you just keep yourself in a holding pattern because you think, well, can't move on, gotta stay here until I get my closure, until I get my perfect explanation that sums everything up for me in a way that gives me clarity but doesn't make me feel bad about myself, so then I can close the book on this and then I can move on. You could stay stuck in that for years. Trust me, I've been there. Maybe you think you need an explanation, you need answers. Maybe you think that's owed to you, but the closure rarely comes. Maybe sometimes it comes, but that won't happen for a really long time. Trust me. You don't need him to give you an explanation for why he did what he did. And even if he did give you an explanation, I guarantee you it won't make you feel better. First of all, he most likely won't tell you the full truth. You'll get some like half truths because he doesn't want to hurt you even more. Or it's possible he can't even articulate why it all went down because he doesn't even know. It just happened. It just is what it is. Sometimes you just have to give yourself the closure. Closure means it's closed, it's done, it's finished, it's over. Sometimes closure comes in the form of running into him at the grocery store and not immediately feeling the need to text your best friend and recap every single moment of what happened. You have the power to close the loop, so close it. The fact that he left you, the fact that he betrayed you, the fact that he violated your trust is the closure. That's all you need to know, that this is not the right man for you. This is not the man you want to be with. So that's it. Make the decision right now, right here at the end of this video to close the book on it. Don't panic in the middle of the sentence. This is something that I did. When you are in that whirlpool of emotions and trying to just see your way out of it and figure out what went wrong, what you did wrong, what you should have done differently, it's awful. But trust me, you will get through it and you will be able to look back with clarity and see that this made you a better and stronger person in the end. I hope this was helpful. If you have any tips for moving on from being cheated on, please leave them down below. Make sure to subscribe to the A New Mode newsletter for daily relationship tips in your inbox every day. And if you've been cheated on or having trouble moving on or have any other relationship question, I would love to work with you one-on-one. You can set something up at anewmode.com/coaching. See you in the next video.